Liza Destiny arrives in Guyana's waters and working hours for house-to-house registration staff extended. It's Thursday, August 29. We have lots to tell you today. The Liza Destiny, Guyana's first oil production vessel, has arrived in the Stabroek block after traveling nearly 11,000 nautical miles from the Keppel shipyard in Singapore.
The country's first floating production storage and offloading vessel arrived in Guyana's waters weeks ahead of its estimated time. ExxonMobil country manager Rod Henson.
The Liza Destiny has finally arrived in Guyana, this world-class vessel that all of Guyana can be proud of. Culmination of over 2 years of work, millions of man-hours of effort from people around the globe. Very, very proud of the team to accomplish this feat, hit this next milestone safely and doing it in a way that is protective of the environment.
According to the Director of Energy, Dr. Mark Bino, the Liza Destiny's arrival means that the department's timetable has moved forward, and as a policy-related body, the department has to advance their timetable.
The arrival of the Liza Destiny will definitely become a big occasion for Guyana, because now it's no more just talking about forced oil. Forced oil will now be on the horizon. It means that even for us, if we were running on a 24-hour clock, we're now having to run, if you want to call it, a 24-hour multiplied by some fraction. The reality is everything has been advanced because the Liza Destiny was expected to arrive in the third week of September. So its arrival, which is imminent, would mean that we have moved that timetable forward.
The Director of Energy said the Liza Destiny's arrival should engender a new spirit of nationalism, pride, and expectation. Quote, "As Guyanese, we should begin to recognize that it is a vessel that will be paid for by Guyanese, pumping Guyanese fuel, which will be bringing in revenue for Guyanese to help our country to ultimately be transformed positively from an economic development perspective. It is imperative that as Guyanese, we begin to appreciate that the direct and the indirect benefits that emanate from this sector goes far beyond anything that we have seen thus far." End of quote. The vessel was commissioned by First Lady Mrs. Sandra Granger at a ceremony hosted in June 2019 in Singapore, after which it departed Singapore for Guyana in July. For InfoHub, Anara Khan.
From August 29, enumerators from the Guyana Elections Commission will be working extended hours to facilitate the August 31 deadline for house-to-house registration. Director General of the Ministry of the Presidency, Joseph Harmon, announced the decision during a community meeting at Libertrate Primary School in Region 3 recently.
They normally work from 3 in the afternoon until I believe about 7 or sometime thereabouts. My understanding is that from tomorrow, they will start to work from 10 in the morning until 7. So we have now an extended period of time.
DG Harmon explained that the extended work hours were necessary, and government agencies and private companies will be asked to facilitate this process.
We will ask the agencies, government agencies, private sector agencies, to allow their employees to be home so that they can register. It's a public service which we will ask of every employer to ensure that the employees get the opportunity to be registered at their homes.
This week, GCOM Chair, retired Justice Lawler Singh, ordered that the house-to-house registration process continue until August 31 and that the data from the ongoing process be merged with existing National Register of Registrants database to produce a credible list of electors, or OLE. Just over 300,000 persons have been registered since the process began just over a month ago. The Guyana Water Incorporated's efforts are being intensified to ensure that more hinterland communities benefit from potable water supplies. This was one of several issues disclosed by GWI's Managing Director, Dr. Richard Van West Charles, recently. This comes as the coalition government pushes to reduce inequalities between the coast and hinterland communities.
His Excellency has been very clear, that is our president, on the need to reduce the inequities between the hinterland regions and the coastal and urban areas. And secondly, our government has signed on to the Sustainable Development Goals. Goal number 6 speaks of access, and equitable access to potable water. And so as we look at the situation, and this corresponds to the mission of GWI and in line with the strategic plan of GWI.
The GWI said that following an analysis, the Hinterland Department was established on a firm footing late last year. In the more than 35 communities analyzed, issues such as water access were compounded by climate change effects, particularly from 2017. The sharing of technology with Brazil has also been advantageous. Dr. Van West Charles explained that the Brazilian Army engineers recently dug 8 wells in the Rupununi.
They're able now to find large amounts of water with less challenges than we have on the coast, because we found with the water quality testing that has been done, very minimal iron you may find in this water and other metals, and it's pure. And so it is less challenging to treat, and so we can just proceed to pump it into the distribution system.
Challenges due to the terrain and layout of communities are countered via special modeling to ensure adequate distribution. GWI will also take delivery of 2 drill rigs before the end of this year.
Also, because of a climate change project with UNDP, GWI, and the government of Japan, we are acquiring, and the government of Guyana, we are acquiring logging equipment, which would permit us to do exactly what the Brazilian Army did.
Still to come, the wait is over. CPL is here, and we remember Johnny Braff. The details of these after the break.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways, and lush, enriching rainforest, which provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
Thanks for staying with us. Making the most of a golden opportunity, 14 youths from the Juvenile Holding Center are now equipped with the life skill of barbering.
This was undertaken by the Protect Your Peace program that targets adolescent males between the ages of 13 to 17 that have come into conflict with the law. So young men who participated in the 2-month training received a certificate and barbering tools. Co-founder of the Protect Your Peace initiative, Yvonne Barrow, said the training built the self-esteem of the young men. Barrow also called upon persons to invest in at-risk youths rather than shunning them.
We implore caregivers and parents to visit the youth at the center, make amends and pave a way for peace with understanding. Guyanese, I urge you to support our youth who are or has been in conflict with the law by speaking positive words in their lives, and let us work feverishly to provide more opportunities for juveniles to reduce recidivism.
Juveniles corrections teacher Robert Bourne also echoed similar sentiments, calling on Guyanese to work with at-risk youths to give them a better future.
If their future is safe and secured, then the future of the country is safe and secured. If the future of our young people remains bleak, the future of this country remains bleak. It is as simple and as important as that.
Director of the Department of Juvenile Justice, William Boston, commended the young men for participating in the training and urged them to use it as a stepping stone to a brighter future.
Success is not always measured by the obstacles, but rather the obstacles you overcome in reaching to a height. You are on a path where you might have stumbled, but trust me, life is not done. There is good for you, and I want you to believe it and live it.
Aside from the barbering course, the youths participated in weekly discussions on anger management, toxic masculinity, the male reproductive system, and violence. Isaiah Braffett for InfoHub.
The wait is over. It is confirmed that the much-anticipated 7th Caribbean Premier League tournament will be held in Guyana following the signing of the agreement between the Department of Social Cohesion and the CPL.
In brief remarks, Minister of Social Cohesion Dr. George Norton said the citizens of Guyana will soon be able to enjoy this beautiful game while cheering on their theme.
Cricket is in the air. We know what cricket is to the Guyanese society, and we certainly are glad to be a part of this tournament, this annual tournament, where persons from all walks of life, from the different geographical areas, the different communities, will all come out to enjoy the game of cricket.
It was highlighted the team's 5-day camp will commence on Friday with a focus on fitness. There will also be game simulation exercises as well as a practice match on September 3rd. Amazon Warriors Operation Manager Omar Khan said selecting Guyana as one of the many to host CPL was in large part due to the huge support shown by the government and its people.
The Guyana public, as you know, is enthralled and excited about CPL coming to Ghana. You will see all the excitement, the hype, and everybody's excited now looking for their tickets. People calling, people finding out all our information about CPL.
The Amazon Warriors will begin their quest with a 3-match home leg at Providence Stadium. On September 5th, they'll take on St. Lucia Zork, then face off with St. Kitts Patriots on the 7th. This is followed by a clash against Barbados Tridents on September 8th. They then head off to play 5 away games before returning to Guyana for the final 2 big home matches in early October. Neola Damon, InfoHub.
Well-known Guyanese singer Johnny Braff passed away yesterday following a brief illness. Braff, who was 82, is best known for his hits It Burns Inside and I Don't Care. The Department of Public Information extends condolences to the family and friends of the late Johnny Braff. We end tonight's newscast with a trip down memory lane with Guyana's own Johnny Braff.
It burns inside. Oh, love is a thing. It burns inside. If you should ever let it pass you by. Oh, love is the cherry and to hold, and never, 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 ever let it go. For rain may never, ever pass away again. Hold on to love, my friends, and never, never let it go. burns inside. If you and everybody out there should ever let it pass you by, I'm telling you people, oh Lord have mercy. Love this to be within your heart. Oh yeah. And never, Lord knows, never ever let it fall. Listen to me. For rain may never ever wash away again. Hold on to love, my friends, and never lay. Now sing along with me, please. Oh, love, everybody. Sweet love. One more time, come on. Oh, love, sweet love. Oh, love, sweet love.
Before we wrap up, here's your GCOM tip for the day. Remember, there are 3 days remaining for house-to-house registration. To know when the registration team will be in your community, call telephone numbers 225-0277-9 or 223-9653. Remember to get registered. That's all for today. Connect with us on WhatsApp, Facebook, and YouTube. Much more news is on our website, dpi.gov.gy, and pop over to Instagram for the latest photo updates at DPI Guyana. Your Bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye for now.